I done won the Junior Olympics twice. I done went across the water to Hungary. I placed bronze in the Junior Youth Cup. I done won the Junior Golden Gloves. I won the title tournament 4 times. Potomac Valley Association Fighter of the Year 2 times. Man, what else? I done won a lot of tournaments.
What about things outside the ring?
Outside the ring, up until middle school, I was always, perfect attendance, on the road, everything. I remember in my community, I got a Good Samaritan award because I remember when I used to jog and stuff, used to be trash around, I used to always clean up. Big trash, not every little thing, but big trash. Like I see trash outside somebody's dumpster, pick it up, put it in the dumpster, stuff like that. So I got a Good Samaritan award for that. I got a medal. I forget what the medal was called. It was a medal or something from fire department one time. Because I went up there with like belts and stuff for like a grand reopening or something like that. And yeah, they gave me a medal. They talked about me and stuff, so that was real nice. It's a lot that I could go through. I would have to sit down because I got big. Honestly, if I was to go in the house, go to that big trophy, I could tell you every single medal.
Alright, so you were one of the first 2 students I told about Game 7. Why do you think that is?
Some stuff I just don't never forget. It ain't intrinsic motivation.
Intrinsic motivation?
It ain't. It's always, I gotta get something. It gotta be an incentive. You can't just do it because you need to or because it's the right thing. Most people just do it because they let it get something. We're not talking about the next Jordan that come out. At the end of the day, you're not about to be able to fit them in 3 years.
How come you don't think like that? What do you think? What makes you a little different?
I ain't never want for nothing. We always had it. And it's like, even though you got it, get more for yourself. Because you may have it now, but what about your kids? This growth ain't always going to be here. So you got to find something you good at, find a trade, find a sport, something, and work towards it, work hard at it. And if you're going to really work hard at it, you can't have no distractions like worrying about materialistic things, none of that. Because that's going to mess you up. A lot of people talking, but you got to do it. I'm always thinking ahead. I'm like, all right, you graduate, what you going to do now? I'm be able to get 2 days in, maybe 3 days. I'm gonna be able to travel for sparring. There's a lot of things I'll be able to do with my time. A lot of positive things I'll be able to do with my time to help better me in my future profession.
And that reminds me of Bryce Harper. You know how Bryce Harper graduated early? He did the same thing. He graduated junior year, right? But he didn't just go smack the pro. But for his senior year, he played in JUCO. So he went to Vegas and he played college ball for a year. So that last year when he would have been in high school, he was in college being better.
Every penny, every dime. Got the whole house in Philly. The kettlebells is gonna. Don't sit down yet until you snap it. Hey, it is. You feel that snapping? Yeah. Snap those hips. Snap those hips. Wait back when it comes back and snap forward. Snap forward. That's why I did this for the first set.
In your experience, what do you think are the top 3 problems in the public school system right now?
Teachers and the students not in sync. They can't connect. So it's like, you got a dude that, for hypothetically speaking, you got a teacher that came up, private school, right out of private school, straight to Ivy League, ain't had no problems paying for anything. Trying to teach a Section 8 kid. On top of that, Section 8 black kid getting taught by, I guess, what would you say, a lucky lucky white teachers. We would say lucky or fortunate white teachers. So they can't connect. Then on top of that, they don't ever relate beyond school. So it's like at that point it's going straight downhill. I feel like they're not focused on the right stuff. Everything is do this about everything is do this and they gotta relate to school. Do that and they gotta relate to school. Do this and they gotta relate to school. They'll never take the time out to stop and say, shit, how was your day? Or what do you think you're gonna do this summer? What are you gonna do after you graduate to help you be successful? And set like a lay down like ground rules for your life, for how your kids gonna live, how your grandkids gonna live. Are you thinking about college? Are you thinking about where you're gonna live after you move out of your parents' house? How's your parents living? They don't never think about none of that. It's just school. So other than those two, it's nothing you can really say. Everything connects back to those two main things.
Okay. To challenge you on two things. So do you think that, according to your example, just because you went to prep school and Ivy League school and or your race, are those the reasons why you can't connect to kids? Because, for example, we went to prep school. He went to private school. Just went to private school. He didn't go to Ivy League. He went to like
Ivy League of the South.
More preppy kind of college. I didn't. Just went to Ivy League, right? But we're also not white. But do you feel that there's people in those circumstances that can connect with you, or because they had that fortunate life experience, that's the reason that they can't connect? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like. Am I right? Am I not?
Most people are right. You just have to find that common ground, and that's the thing. A lot of people are scared to do it because they see that big difference right away. So it's like retreat. I don't trust you. So I think that's what it is. Like you work hard, but you also got to make yourself vulnerable and put yourself out there. So that's how it's gonna be. Because that's how you're gonna be able to connect with multiple people. This is uncomfortable. Like a couple of years ago, I don't think Mount could connect to many people not our skin color. I'm gonna put it that way. Just because he was just like, it was like weird for him, right? But he made the adjustment. He changed, right? And now we have the opportunity to do something great here. Because he knew he didn't really have that connection, but he forced himself to do it because he knew it was needed and necessary. And then when we do that, like a lot of people when I meet people, they're like, I didn't think you were gonna be like that at all. I'm like, yeah, I didn't know you was gonna be like that at all. But once you make that boundary, and you block down that boundary and you just come together, it's great, bro.
For clarity, I used to teach at the school that Jalil goes to. I taught Jalil, not this school year, last school year. But the year before that, I was there, and I believe I was a very good teacher because of my ability to connect. So I played music in my classroom, rap, hip-hop, R&B, whatever. I wore regular clothes, no suit and tie, t-shirt, jeans, Jordans, whatever, things like that. But there was a person in power who did not like my music, did not like my clothes, did not like my tattoos, did not like the relationship that I had with the kids. However, they loved my results. Well, this is the part I'm getting to you about. It took a white man who wore a suit that a black leader sent to me to have the conversation that the black leader wanted to have, right? So they sent the white man in the suit. And he was like, yo, Mal, he was like almost crying. He was like, I hate to say this, but they can't stand your music. They can't stand your clothes. They can't stand how you carry yourself. But me, I love it because of how you get the kids to move in the way that other people have proven that they cannot. So what he did, he would bring me regular clothes. book with the school label on it, so they can't say nothing to me. When people were coming to visit, he would let me know. So the rap could turn to R&B or jazz or whatever, right? Because he knew that I could pick up things that he couldn't really pick up, right? But he cared. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about them. It was about the kids, right? So that's an example of the privileged white person in a suit having viewed the kid at entrance, you know? So I think it's more so that it doesn't really matter who the people are. It's really about how much they care. But I do agree that the typical fortunate past educator of a different race is going to be a lot harder for them to care like someone like me can, right? And I know that y'all can see that clearly. But I think sometimes when you don't really understand what's going on behind the scenes, which is not your responsibility, there can be people who fit that fortunate mold who really do care and give it all they got to help people like you. Make sense? Alright, so let's just make sure we use that as a learning experience. But for those of you who do fit that mold, I challenge you to step up so that great young men and women like this can see where you're coming from, you know? And getting that wall down will be very important. Good answer. Fucking bell and he punched the like you don't never stop punching. Like his stamina the whole time. You do like the Mike Tyson, like he don't do none of this. It's like all under. Just the whole time. It was like violent. Like, you know it's violent, but like he got a whole nother side. Yeah. Out here, baby. That's it. That's it. Still getting it, guys. Still getting it.
ain't never seen your name before. Oh yeah. So
You rap and they just put a random beat on. I'm like, what you doing, bro?
You know what I'm talking about? Gonna be killing me. It's crazy as hell. My father got me here with a little bit. For real? Fire. Fire. Fire, fire.
So you can reprove yourself.
I don't think I'm a fault. Tell us about your work ethic. Like how many miles do you run a day? How much film do you watch? How many workouts do you do?
Honestly, during the weekdays, I usually get about 7 miles every day. Mm-hmm. It depends. Like if I know I'm not gonna be able to wake up early enough, it's usually a 7 miler in the afternoon. For my afternoon workout. But if I know I can wake up early, I'll probably wake up and get a quick 2 in, like a quick sprint or 2. Then I'll get ready for school. On the weekends, I get between, like if it's an early morning workout, I'll probably get 3. And if I know I ain't got school, on Monday, I get like a 6 on Saturday, and then I turn around and do like a 10 or 15 on Sunday, because I know I got Monday to rest. So it's like, it's just constant work. Weekdays, unless I'm sparring, it's always strength conditioning. Weekends, I really hit the strength conditioning once, and that's on Sundays. And it's not even a super hard strength conditioning. We probably work a little bit, then we go to the yoga.
And do you work by yourself? In a group? Do somebody got to wake you up to work out? You do it by yourself?
Weekends, usually I wake up, it's more so whenever I wake up, I'm gonna work out. It's never like a set time to it, unless I'm like, oh, I gotta get this one in early. Weekdays, I usually wake myself up because school days. Sometimes I wake myself up too though. I wake myself up around 9-10:30 to get that first run in. I don't usually crush myself in the summer. I usually get about a 4 in the morning. Not 4 a.m., but like a 4 as soon as I wake up, 4 mile run. And then I get another 4 doing the regular workout.
This is a 2-part question. What was your biggest obstacle that you had to overcome in the ring and out of your ring, and how did you handle it?
All right, the biggest obstacle I had to overcome in the ring is honestly being able to adapt. Because when I first started boxing, everything was go forward and work. Everything was go forward and work. And fight. But as you get older, you have people who have the ability to counter that. They can box very well. They can touch you and turn you without getting hit. So I had to be able to adapt. I had to develop the ability to box, the art of boxing, hitting and not getting hit, not trading, not letting you hit me 10 times for me to hit you hard 2 times. I got to be able to hit you hard 2 times. You can't touch me. Then I hit you hard 7 more times and get out of the way. So that was the biggest obstacle I overcame inside. And outside of the ring, actually, is connected to the inside of the ring. A big obstacle I had to overcome is the ability to adapt to the different coaching. Like going out of the country, you may not always have your main coach. My dad is my main coach, but he's not always on the team that I'm on. Going out of the country, I may have a coach from Washington State, a coach from Cali, a coach from Florida, wherever. I gotta always be able to adapt to the way they coach and the way the other coaches coaching. Because most of the time when you're in these international tournaments, you find the best of the best from the whole world. Therefore, their fighters are listening to what their coaches say, and you got to be able to catch on to the little calls. You may not be bilingual, you may not be able to speak what they speak, but after a while you got to be able to catch on to what they say and be able to counter real quick. So that was a big obstacle I had to overcome outside of the ring, adapting to the corner.
The listeners out there, I was an athlete myself. you saying adapted. I took that as being coachable, right, and not having pride. A lot of people kind of have pride. Like, can you speak a little bit more on like how pride can kind of crush you as well?
I feel like it was never really. I don't think it was really a pride thing that slowed me down. It was more so of a. I don't know how would you explain it? How would you explain it? What's the best way to put it? It was. I don't really know how to put it into words. It was more so of a like, why I gotta be that way? Why I can't? Well, no, you can't say it was pride. Like why I can't be the way I wanted to be? Why, like, if he coached me to get to the team, why he ain't on the team with me? So it's like that was another thing I had to be able to cope with, so to speak. So it's like, that is pride. Yeah.
It's coaches and players.
Yeah. Honestly, as far as I done fought all over the world. That ability to take criticism, I just got that ability about 2 years ago. Cause it's like, I was talking to Bernard Hopkins, and he was like, honestly, he said, at your age, I couldn't take criticism. I thought I was the best in the world. So it's like, I'm not expecting you to immediately be like, oh, I'm gonna change it. But it's like, he was telling me, it's like, you gotta be able to sit there, you gotta understand that, oh, he's not telling you you're trash, you're horrible, he's just telling you, oh, you're good, you just gotta change that little thing. That little thing gonna get you over the top. Cause he was telling me you're trying to get where I already have been. I've already been a world champion. I've already been considered #1 pound for pound. You're trying to get there, and I'm just trying to help you.
What's your why? Why do you get up and constantly put yourself through this brutal physical sport? And it's just as much as it's physical, it's mental as well. Because it's you versus somebody else. Somebody's giving you everything they got. So you got to be talking to yourself like, why? Like, what's your why?
Because I remember when I was younger, I first started fighting, I wanted to fight, but it was like, I didn't know it was this hard. I didn't know you had to work this hard. And sometimes I used to think like, man, I'm going to quit. I'm going to go back to football. Football, you get tired, you got to ask for a sub. But yeah, every time I thought about quitting, I'm like, man, you can't quit. You already started. And then on top of that, people used to always tell me, bro, just calm down. Wait till you get good. When you get good, you're going to love it even more. And when I got good, it was like, I wake up in the morning, it's like, am I going to get up and run? Am I going to chill, wait till the afternoon workout? Then I think like, man, shit, you got to work now. Because it's probably somebody somewhere else in a third world country that ain't got half of what I got, that he's busting his ass every day just to get to where I am, and I'm trying to get better. So it's like, you got to work now. You can sleep when you die. No, it's crazy though. I remember, I'll never forget, where was we at? We was on a connected flight. We was in Frankfurt, Germany. And a dude walked up to me. Well, he wasn't old. He was like around our age, like teenage. And man, he walked up, he's like, oh my God, Jalil Hackett. Yeah, he was like, yeah, man, you were on the thing with Jerry Hearn, da. I'm like,
There's your research. That's good.
I'm like, damn, he's like, yeah, man, I'm a big fan. I always watch you. He's like, you're a big motivation. Hold on. He had DM me too. Wow. And we always talk, man. Hold on.
That's how you fought?
Nah. You and Javante Davis are my boxing idols. Very thanks. That's another thing that makes me work hard. Cause it's like, I'm not working hard for my family and the people that's close to me. I'm working hard for people all around the world. So it's like, I gotta do better for not for me, but for everybody else. Cause I may be his only hope. Cause he from Slovakia. I ain't saying it's horrible, but Slovakia. Cold as hell, poverty. Yeah, I'm talking about not no Section 8. So it's like, yeah. So I gotta work hard. They got people like that looking up to me.
I was telling these dudes, like, it's like, bro, like, you realize it don't matter who you are, like, somebody is inspired.
It's always somebody there.
What you ask for, it's still your responsibility.
Yeah, it's not to you.
Exactly. So my challenge for you, until we meet again, I want you to start being more intentional with how you use social media. Right, still be a kid, still be a regular person,
Still rock out.
but also like use it as a tool.
Yep.
Like I was saying, like nothing has to change. Like all the hard work we putting in, I'm about to do my 7 miles every day or whatever, or what's important to you, or just something like that, right? And everything else can be the same, but realize like how people watch you. Like I know you know Floyd. right? But imagine how much more powerful Floyd could be if he wasn't always posting all his money, cars, jewelry, but instead he was posting
motivational things.
why he has all of it, like how those are assets or all the different things he could be done.
What you can do to get to where
Exactly, right? And it's not his responsibility to
That's not
do
his.
so.
Yeah, he don't have
right?
to, but yeah.
Imagine the impact.
Imagine what he could do to the lives of all these young bodies.
Exactly.
They ain't got no hope.
That's why
He is the hope.
you seeing all these athletes now that's like, because we realize we're in a pivotal point right now with social media. Like, social media is about to take over. So now you're seeing all these athletes. Like before, you would just see athletes finished product, right? You would see their highlights. Now you're seeing them struggle. You're hearing them talk about shit. So now it's like, they just like Zebo said to you, we just normal people,
Just like you.
right? So that impact, and just like when you're in school, you just told us like people listen to you in school. You got people that's wilding. You come in, open your mouth, well, they might have a little pushback, and you say something again, and they dead it, right? So imagine that impact, because you know all of them follow you, right? You know all of them. A couple might be hating on you, but a couple of them, I know him. I go to school with him.
They're gonna hate, but they're gonna respect.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So you realize you can be a leader of that school by just like, all right, today, let's respect somebody, like, let's do this, like, say it on so, and they hear that, right? So they might try to push away from it now, but then it's gonna be a seed in their mind.
I'm gonna be 16 next Saturday. 10 years ago, you'd have never told me I would meet, like, I remember in the beginning of this year in January, I was at the Barclays Center, at courtside at the Knicks and the Nets game. During halftime, I went in the back. I was eating dinner with O'Malley, Meek Mill, and the owner of the Barclays Center. 10 years ago, you'd have never told me I'd do that. You'd have never told me I'd be eating dinner with O'Malley, Meek Mill, and the owner of the Barclays Center. Some Russian dude. I don't even know how to say his name.
Them niggas. And then mob too.
I'm like, man, it's crazy. The whole time I'm sitting there, I'm just cheesing away. I'm like, man, I'm really right here with O'Malley and Meek Mill.
But get that out the way now.
Yeah, it's
that surprise look.
You got all these experiences because people see something in you. So like Zebo said, they just regular people.
Top five.
My top five, all time or just like right
All
now?
time. Top
No particular order.
You probably don't even know some of the names I named. Number one, I give it to Sugar Ray Robinson. Not Sugar Ray Leonard.
I know who Sugar Robinson is.
And number two, I got Roy Jones.
Okay.
Can't be
What
tough.
you like about Roy?
Roy Jones, he was just
deep.
different.
That's it.
Different. And then on top of him being different, he'll give you like a little flair to it. It's like,
Gotcha.
and it's the confidence of you can't beat me. None of y'all can beat me. He didn't start losing till he was old. That's all I remember that. Yeah.
Good point.
And number three, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think at number three, I gotta put either Prime Floyd or Prime Gamble Rigondeaux.
I don't know who that is.
You don't even know it. Look him
I know
up.
about him from you.
Look him up. Just look him up. That man is different.
Okay.
At number four, I gotta put Terrence Crawford. Even though he's not done yet, I gotta put Terrence Crawford at number four. And number five, that's a toss-up. There's a lot of good fighters that can make number five.
You ain't put Mike Tyson on your list?
No, he's not on my list. What he does take no skill. That takes no skill. And my thing, I feel like I can't put no heavyweight on my list.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't.
Cause he's got the size and it's all
Yeah, it's like who's gonna land the big shot first? He just so happened to be landing a lot of big shots first.